Hello, my name is Aurelie Clodic, and I will present you RoboticsTheme. Robotics never works alone, and robotics is always a story of teamwork. And with this presentation, I would like to highlight the work of Anity chairs linked to robotics, but also the connections that have been made possible thanks to Anity. There are two robotics chairs in Anity. The one of Nicolas Mansart, motion generation for complex robot, and the one of Rachid Alami, cognitive and interactive robotics. But as we will see, there is a lot of connections with other chairs. The theme is organized over a great variety of subjects covering many chairs. The idea is that the theme is a place of discussion for Anity researchers to exchange about research and challenges in robotics at large. The theme is organized in 4 threads. The first thread is linked to motion planning and control, notion that is at the heart of every robotics application. It covers motion mathematical foundation, which is a place for discussion related to the fundamental aspects of motion generation and motion understanding. It covers also legged robot with arms, which develop methods for planning and controlling the motion of complex robots, such as mobile robots with arms, hand or legs, such as the one you see on the picture there. Then human-aware motion planning, where the challenge is about the elaboration and execution of robot motion plans in the presence and or in synergy with humans. The second thread is cognitive abilities and communication. At first, it covers cognitive abilities models. The idea here is to study how we can model cognitive abilities, how understanding and model human cognition via the use of artificial intelligence can be useful in robotics. So that is the work on one side we have with discussion with the chair of Thomas Serre and the one of Ruffin van Rulen on deep learning and artificial vision. But we are also interested to study how monitoring tools used for human brain study could benefit to robotics. And it is the work we've got with Frédéric Dehaye on neuroadaptive technology. The second part of this thread is about knowledge representation and language. How to model knowledge held by the robot and the person it interacts with, and how to model and manage dialogue in a human-robot setting. It is a work we've got with the robotics, the language theme, and also Ruffin van Rulen chair. The third thread is about architecture, decision, and interaction. The first part is about task planning, learning, and decision-making for interactive robots. So here we study planning and decisional processes that are necessary for a cognitive robot to achieve a desired goal and to conduct a collaborative activity with humans and or other robots. The second part of this thread is architecture, verification, and certification. So when it comes to run such robots for real, we need to elaborate and deploy robot control architectures and tools for building autonomous robot systems, which include concerns about verification and certification. And it is the work we have with where we have link with Frédéric Dehaye with Caroline Chanel work, and also Claire Pagetti chair and the work of Charles Lessier. The last thread is about social and societal aspects of robotics and human-robot interaction. It covers, on one side, a discussion we conduct with psychologists and philosophers about the kind of social models that could be useful in robotics and human-robot interaction in particular. And on the other side, we think it's important for us to take our part in discussions happening regarding the arrival of robots and to study which impact a cooperative robot could have into our lives and what we need to care about. So for example, on this, we've made a joint paper with Céline Castel-Renard Chair, but we also present our work to general audience, such as children or adults, and participate in debates about, for example, here, the future of robotics and AI. So that is basically how our theme is organized. And to be able to discuss about all of that, we have regular meetings every 2 or 3 months. Now, regarding the indicators, we publish in journals and major conferences and workshops of the domain. But in robotics, something that is also important is to share not only our ideas, but also our code. So almost all, if not all, our software are open source and available with dedicated documentation on GitLab or GitHub. We participate also to the open hardware effort, for example, with this Open Dynamic Robot Initiative, which aims to build low-cost legged robots such as the one you can see on this picture. We have also participated to some competitions. So for example, the Pi-High-Pop planner from Onera, so from Claire Pagetti Chair, was ranked second to international planning competition in 2020. And recently we were happy that one of our paper was best paper finalist at the last Roman conference. Regarding events, we take our part in organizing some workshops in school and also to organize events for general audience. And we are also invited as speaker or keynote to present our work in different venues. I'll put also some example there. We are participating to a number of projects at national, European, and international level. And we have also some strong collaboration with industrial partners such as Airbus or Linagora, and more recently with the startup Torrent. And one thing we are setting up at the end of this year is also to organize a discussion with members of Anity industrial partners about their needs regarding robotics at large. It is a very interesting collaboration we have with the research center from the European Commission in the framework of the HUMANT project. But what is the most important there is collaboration between chairs, thanks to Anity. So I already talked about discussions we have thanks to the theme, but we have also some more concrete realizations with ongoing projects. And I want to present 2 of these. The first one is the German-French project CocoBots, natural language programming for conversational cobots managed by Julie Hunter from Linagora. It aims to develop dialogue abilities for collaborative robots and more specifically, how we can take advantage of learning to develop conversational abilities. So this project is a nice link between the language and the robotics theme, and you can see there some of the chairs involved. And there is already some other projects and the submission to strengthen and extend this collaboration. The second one is the French-founded young researcher project EPIC, led by Raphaël Roy from Frédéric de Chair, which stands for Electrophysiological Involuntary Inputs for Collaborative Robotics. The aim of this project is to analyze how physiological data can be used to compute quality of interaction in human-robot interaction context. It's a collaboration between the Neuroadaptive Technology Chair and the Cognitive and Interactive Robotics Chair. And last but not least, we've got also collaboration with other institutes in France, such as this collaboration between the Prairie Institute and the Nicolas Mansart Chair about dynamical model for optimal control. And that's it for the presentation of the robotics team.